During the third millennia, in a strange place known as the United States of America, a war was brewing. Brainwashed Marxist idiots in colleges across the nation clashed with equally brainwashed, anime-obsessed neo-Nazis. Starbucks windows were shattered, Dodge Challengers were totaled, and Muslims realized that rental vans were cheaper than plane tickets. Skinny, anemic millennials from coast to coast were hospitalized with life-changing injuries such as sprains and first-degree burns. And the heroic knights of 4chan rose up to defeat Shia LaBeouf and drive the evil villain into a descent towards a madness the likes from which he would never recover. As the enemies of freedom destroy the cities that raised them, as America begins to resemble an Iron Maiden album come to life, two heroes have risen up to fight against the culture of utter madness and restore sanity the only way they know how, by refusing to take any of it seriously. Mersh.
And I said, hey, oi, let's chop your penis off. Oi, can I have me penis back? Why do you have dreadlocks, you white oppressor?
Royce Lopez.
Always be aborting. A, always, B, aborting. Always be aborting.
Breaking news.
Breaking news,
You're
guys.
hearing it only on our show first. Apparently Donald Trump has worked out a deal. He will get the wall. Unfortunately, it's going to be a rock climbing wall.
Oh, no! The other side's going to be a slide. You climb the wall up and you just
lands into a nice, clean, chlorinated pool. And then you immediately get a welfare check. Fucking A.
Oh, shit. He was a boy, he went to girl, now he wants to be a boy again.
Oh, God, just stay a girl if you're going to be this indecisive.
I think Caitlyn Jenner's a handsome woman with a great penis. Look, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with trannies. I just don't want to put that one's cock in my mouth.
Bound forever by their mutual love of smoking marijuana, Simpsons references and affection towards Alex Jones, these two men have joined forces to bring you uncut news and opinions directly from the belly of the beast. Saving Western civilization one childish dick joke at a time, here they are, your new heroes of the Imperium, Mersh and Royce Lopez.
Yo, yo, yo. Midweek edition, son. Revenge of the Cis. Mike Shealy, Royce Lopez joining you on this February 20th, 2019. I guess it is time for us to commence the jiggling, if you will, as we usher in the next round of budgetary cutbacks here at ROTC Media. New ADpocalypse underway.
Yeah, there's a new ADpocalypse that's going on. So a quick background. By the way, I know you guys did a lot. Nobody got notifications today. We know.
Some people did.
Most people didn't.
I am still kind of like, we know you didn't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's one of those where people go, guys, they don't. Yeah, we know. And by the way, they're not shadow banning us. They're not. We're showing up in recommended videos lately. We're doing pretty good. But sometimes you don't get notified. You guys understand that this site has been buggy and fucked for years, and there are things that aren't necessarily insidious that they just refuse to fix.
Right.
Like in terms of infrastructure. The unfollow glitch, people always do, like, right-wingers. And I think we kind of, there was a time where we thought at first, before we understood more about the platform, that, they're doing it on purpose. But no, there is a genuine glitch. Like, this site is fucked. You get that, right? Like, YouTube's not spending a ton of money on, like, revamping the system. They're just spending a ton of money on ways to make you not say N-word. Don't say the N-word.
And also, that's a good point. This show's the same time every single weekday.
Yeah, just show up.
Show up at 4.
We'll
be here.
We're not, like, how many shows exist where nobody puts any effort into any consistency? People do this to me all the time with, like, oh, man, I didn't even know Nightwave happened. I didn't even know Revenge of the Cis happened. It's fucking Nightwave, Daywave, Revenge. It's the same time every day.
Every day.
We're like fucking clockwork. So just go. Check for it. Imagine before our generation, when like something was on TV. Remember before DVR? That was it.
Oh yeah, you had to be there to watch it. Yeah.
We had to wait for it to come out on DVD. That was it. There was no. Do you understand that when The Sopranos like season premiere was on, cities shut down. Like things shut down because people were like, "I'm taking the night off. I'm gonna go watch The Sopranos premiere.
And you know
Otherwise,
how-
I can't watch it for a week."
You know how annoying it was to program a VCR to record? That was always the worst.
Or you'd ask somebody to do it and they'd fuck it up or
Yeah.
forget. I always forgot. I was the guy that would forget.
Like, oh shit,
Tape
halfway
the
through.
Dolphins game so I can come back and watch it. And then you're like, I forgot.
Yeah.
But yeah, so just be there. But yeah, we are probably going to lose some money now. Disney is no longer advertising on this platform. Is Disney a big company, Royce?
They're, you know, I mean, they're an up and comer. I mean, keep an eye out for them. You know.
So why did Disney
Well,
stop
Mike,
advertising?
I'm so glad you
YouTube?
asked. This guy right here. By the way, something that we've been covering for how long? now?
Can I say something too?
Yeah.
Because Cholita sent this to me days ago. And she goes, and I was like, and then I sent it to you. We were all just
We
kinda
were,
like,
and I was also
all three of us. And Cholita's kind of like part of our family, but she's not part of like the me and Royce, just the two of us thing. So it's
Yeah.
nice to get a third. But everybody just kind of went, this guy's thumbnail, this guy's face. No offense. Like, this
Right.
guy, there's just something about this guy that I didn't like. And I don't think any of us liked. So we didn't dive right into this immediately. And you guys kept sending it to us. And it was like, And then Keemstar started coming out and being like, all right, let's look into this more. This dude claims to have discovered some sort of softcore child pedophile ring within YouTube's algorithm.
Now,
Like,
by the way, for those who know us, we did a lot of that Dan Schneider stuff at the beginning, and we've even mentioned that there is very weird things on YouTube and
Elsa
Netflix
Gate. We
too.
talked about ElsaGate.
Yeah.
Netflix. We've talked about what this guy's talking about.
Yeah.
A year ago. These things do. He's coming out like, I discovered a thing that exists, and it's like, no, that's black shit shooting out of the ground. It's oil. It happened. Like, it's like you're just a native man who's new to this, and you're like, ooh, and it's like,
Right.
no. We know it's been around for a long time. We've been looking into this. Other people have been looking into this. The general consensus is that when you get pulled into one of those little weird rabbit holes, which happens, you try to get as far into the rabbit hole as you can within reason, without doing anything illegal, and then
of course.
And then you try to just collect all the data you can, and then immediately report it to YouTube and the FBI.
Correct.
That's the way to handle it. But this guy decided, no, we're gonna go a whole different route with it.
So,
But you're gonna see this guy in this video. He's so there's just something about him, right?
well, I think
It's disingenuous.
I think the problem, and I think we'll play a little bit, but I think the biggest problem isn't even that he found this, because I do agree with him. I do believe this does exist in YouTube. I think it's gross. I believe that his way of solving it is leftist gay shit, which is go after advertisers. And the moment you start going after advertisers, that leads to the slippery slope of the ADpocalypse. Is going to be the same thing. Disney's already pulled out where they're going to go, well, if you're going to take pedophiles off, and you should, what about people being racist again? What about and then you open up these floodgates where then everybody gets demonetized again. We've already been through this. And that's the, I think that's the biggest problem. We're not saying that he's not right. He probably is right.
Absolutely right about what he found.
Yes.
But I think your point and Keemstar's point and everybody's point here is that he's completely gone about it the wrong way. There's another side of this why I'm bringing this up. Guy, Matt. Well, I mean, we should have probably played the video a little bit. Let's play the video. Because I want to,
Okay. Oh, sorry. Pot it down. Here we go.
All right, so
I
already,
knew I was going to make a comeback video.
so already
but
I don't like this guy. Like, okay, look, no. There's just something insincere about him, and I don't know what it is. You guys will see it. I'm sorry. Hit play it. I'm not gonna.
Okay.
But
Didn't know it
watch
was gonna
this
be
guy.
this, and I didn't know that this might possibly be the last video that I ever make on this platform because I don't want to support it anymore because of what I'm about to talk about.
He went on to stream for a week now and grow his channel. By the way, from this. Can we?
I don't want to support this platform anymore. Hey,
I saw this and immediately was like, all right, this fucking guy's one of these. So we really didn't. Again, we had this on the back burner,
Yeah.
but we were kind of like, we are blessed to have enough going on in our little sphere that we didn't have to get into this. But now it was like, I just didn't like this guy.
JJ Stoner's right. Stop. You love this attention. Like, he's loving. Don't
Yeah.
act like you're not.
Otherwise,
you're just trying to be 48 doing your hours.
show, man.
He's trying to do your show, man.
Hey, dude,
I have
JJ
these-
actually quoted that to somebody he was fighting with on Twitter, one of the Bears.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and they were like, they're trying to kill his Owen's kids and all that. And JJ's like, I've known Mercer Boys for 10 years, all right? And just like I like to always say, they just won't fucking do their show, man. And
I
was
love
like,
I
yeah,
love it.
JJ marked out like a wrestler said his catchphrase. I was like, I know his catchphrase.
I love. By the way, JJ Stoner on Twitch.
Twitch.tv.
Yes.
Post it in the thing.
Discovered
Yeah, post it in there. You have a wrench.
a wormhole, as I would call it, into a softcore pedophile ring on YouTube.
Again, over the top language, and I don't like this.
We all, when Mike and I did this stuff, you should have heard the talks off of the air. How to do it correctly. How to. You can't go right into softcore pedophile ring. You're overselling something that's
Ladies and
disgusting.
gentlemen,
This is disgusting.
This is Ken Fresno.
Yeah.
I'm the actor who portrays Mike Shealy on Revenge of the Sis, and I'm telling you honestly, and it's my true opinion, that YouTube and its executive board are personally involved in running a child pedophile ring. That's basically what he's doing. You're like, whoa, all right, let's dial it back a little bit.
This is Emmanuel Rodriguez. I play Royce Lopez on the show, and I want to distance myself from my partner, Ken Fresno.
That would be the only rational reaction. I
want to distance myself.
I've never said that you millionaire people with good lawyers.
Everybody knows it's the Netflix people
Yes.
that are 100%
Yeah.
involved.
A South American pedophile. But what, like, I don't know. This is that. I mean, he's too hyperbolic.
Yeah.
He keeps doing this, like, stop it, dude. Enough with you.
Matt, what is it? Matt Wattis?
Matt, what it is, I guess.
All right.
Here, pedophiles are trading social media contacts. They're providing links to actual child porn.
He actually looks like a former child actor. Am I wrong? He has that. He has the look of a former child actor who grew up to just be a regular schlub.
Yeah, he was not a famous one though. He was like on the team The Sandlot played.
He was on 8 and enough. 8 is enough. He was number 6.
In YouTube comments, they're trading unlisted videos in secret, and YouTube's algorithm, through some kind of glitch or error in its programming, is actually facilitating their ability to do this.
All right, so you're admitting yourself that it must be an algorithm or something.
Yeah.
Then at the same time, you're saying, I can't support this platform. It's not one way or the other. Look, YouTube does a lot of shitty things. Obviously, we'd be the first one to say it. There's a lot of questionable things on YouTube that we've covered ourselves. There's still a video of Ariana Grande and 16 years old bukkake herself with water because Dan Schneider made her do it. Like, there's some weird shit out there. 100% on the same page. But again, you're coming in too hot. Number one, you're coming in too hot. You build to do this properly. You build a case. That's what we did with Schneider, right? When you build a case.
There's so much shit we didn't talk about
There's
until
a
we
lot-
could talk about it and stuff. And
There's still shit that we haven't talked about and we're never going to talk about because you can't corroborate. Not that we don't know it's true or not, but we tried to build a case. Okay, You're not building a case. You're going into it hot. Number one. Number two, well, he gets to it, but going after advertisers only makes it worse for the people that aren't pedophiles.
And can we
Stupid.
Can we also all agree that you're admitting that these people who are exploiting these children for sexual reasons, which we can say is true. These weird Indian accounts that do it, and these Bangladeshi accounts. We can agree. We can agree with you there. But now you're saying YouTube's a part of it because their algorithm's a part of it. Like, you understand that any decent content creator, even me and Royce, every one of us on this platform is guilty of algorithm manipulation. You learn the system and then you try to game that system. And it's we're not doing anything wrong by that, but we make sure you use, that's what keywords are for, and tags and hashtags. You're supposed to be building SEO and getting people to come to your videos. And if once you have a basic understanding of that, even people who take advantage of kids are going to manipulate that algorithm.
Right. So let's continue with this guy.
This is something that a lot of people have been aware of for a long time. And what makes what I've discovered worse is the fact that I can find this wormhole from a fresh, never-before-used YouTube account via innocuous videos within about 5 clicks. I'm making this video with only one intention.
To talk like Sincere Crowder.
Oh, it's annoying, isn't it?
I
I don't like this guy because it's like I don't mind when a guy gets a little choked up, but real men should only happen when they're like standing in front of the press and they just got caught cheating on their wife, or like, your dad just died. There are certain circumstances where you're allowed to be that guy. But my goodness, you got to dial it back, my dude.
And that is to bring awareness to this, even though there is awareness already around the internet, but there's not enough. I also have evidence, and hopefully when we take a look right now, that these videos are being monetized. So if you remember back in 2017, YouTube got...
By the way, can I also critique him again?
Sure.
You also made a video where you didn't block out the faces of the children.
You're right.
In this video, right?
Do you understand?
So you showed. By the way, I'm not going to recommend that we even play this whole video because
No, you're right. I didn't.
he plays.
I didn't know this was gonna.
But later on, he plays a clip of a girl.
Oh yeah, I'm just going
Like
quickly
opening her legs.
Yeah. Okay, you're right. I'm not gonna play
And
more of this.
she's not naked, just kid
No,
in shorts. But like, this dude is like, he's exploiting kids. Let me show you all these videos without the kids' faces blurred out. I'm sorry, I don't mean to laugh.
Do you understand
But like the lack of fucking self-awareness. So he's exploiting kids for clicks. He's no better than they are. And I honestly was gonna warn you, but I didn't even know he shot because I didn't get to that part of it. Like, I skipped around. I was gonna tell you to avoid the middle anyway because he shows these kids. But he did it so early, I was like, God damn it. So I had to bring that point up. He's showing these kids. And that, like, you know what I mean? Like, you would blur them out. Like, any normal person, like the quartering or like, I don't know, one of these other guys. Like, let's say that Tim Pool wanted to cover this. Because Tim Pool is creepy and he wears the same shirt and beanie every day. And
he really does dress like a cartoon character. It's always the same outfit.
He's literally... hey, Tim Pool, I don't know how many, if it's going to be a microtransaction or if you have to get a lot of game time logged in, but you have to unlock a new outfit. You have to unlock a new outfit.
Please.
So, literally, Tommy Vercetti in GTA Vice City on PS2 had more outfit choices than you do. Anyway, sorry, Tim Pool. My point is Tim Pool would have blurred the kids out.
Yeah, JJ Stoner, he's rocking the default.
That's what it is, though.
It's the default outfit.
But so Tim Pool would have at least blurred the kids. Like, Rogan, one of these guys, Alex Jones, I would hope. Alex Jones probably would have done it. Blurred out the kids' faces and been like, look what we're finding out there on the YouTube. There's kids under that blur.
When we covered remember when we covered the Netflix, that disgusting Jussire movie? That's, by the way, still up there.
Yeah, we didn't show
We didn't show their kids' faces. We described what we were watching, but that was really rough. That was gross and rough.
But the whole point being is that this kid also is kind of a scumbag.
Well, is he motherfucking you though?
I usually would do the Jim Norton bit, but I'm actually really like, it's setting in now too that this kid showed these little kids now and is trying to be like, guys, I don't look at this little girl in her panties and tell me that doesn't upset you. And I'm like, yeah, I'm upset, nigga. You're rebroadcasting it. It was a video that had 500 views of just child pornographers looking at it. Now you're broadcasting it.
Thank
on
you.
your
Now
fucking
everyone
channel.
knows. Yeah.
Also,
You've just run an ad for them, by the way. That's what he did. He just ran an ad for them.
and we're gonna get into the Keemstar thing now.
Yeah.
But Keemstar, basically, he came to Keemstar or Keemstar, whatever. Everybody was tagging Keemstar. So Keemstar legitimately goes, yo, if you found one of these little rabbit holes, these things do pop up. Let me know, dude. We'll, Keemstar goes, I don't know if you realize this or not, but I have a little bit of pull here at YouTube. We can do some shit, right?
Right.
This guy wanted to go after he listed in that video that we showed you, by the way, he had links to every advertiser and their contact information in the, oh yeah, go ahead.
I got it.
Go look at the video description.
Hold on, I gotta refresh.
No, it's in there. You could have just clicked show more.
Oh, my bad.
But he had a list of all the advertisers and their contact pages.
25,000 subscribers now.
Yeah, he didn't have 25,000.
No, he had since this.
Look at that. Press at blah blah blah. Press at blah. He
Purina,
gave you guys.
IKEA, Glad,
he
GNC.
gave you guys a roadmap to a new adpocalypse. This guy didn't. He's not going to get pedophiles. He just fucked all of us. So that was where Keemstar went. My dude, look, I want to help you here, but don't fuck all of us. We didn't fucking do anything. There's no reason Keemstar or us or fucking any of our pals in at our level, the smaller guys, can't make a couple Disney bucks while we make our dumb jokes.
Right.
So we already lost Disney today. This guy gave us a road. So Keemstar was like, dude, don't do that. We'll do it my way. We'll do it. We'll get with Killstream. We'll get with these other guys. We will organize. We'll get a mass fucking list of all these videos, and we will report them to the FBI and to YouTube and let them handle it. Also, another thing, because we dealt with this with the Schneider stuff, I came across a lot of weird shit on Twitter. Not legitimate, like, outright illegal shit.
Oh no, yeah, like but borderline stuff.
People on the internet that really shouldn't be allowed on the internet. And, you learn over time that sometimes you report things to the feds, or you report things to YouTube or whatever, and what you don't realize is that they're leaving a few of these videos up on purpose because they're fucking pulling more guys in. I'm not saying I condone that a strategy, but sometimes they do that. Sometimes you go, dude, look, there is a fucking, maybe not in a child sex sense, but you could tell law enforcement, there's a whorehouse over here being run by organized crime guys. They're not going to kick the doors in the first night. They're going to let it operate for a while and catch some dudes and then kick the doors in.
I need to know if this is true. Apparently, what's the guy's name? Matt
Something.
Yeah, apparently this guy, he did a stream last night, and it was like an hour of him saying a second adpocalypse would be a small price to pay. He didn't understand that to stop these things, you don't tell them you're onto them. That's another. Man, Ben brought another good point. When the FBI busts these people, they purposely don't go, hey, we're about to bust some pedophiles.
I've reported people to the
Yes.
FBI before for that kind of stuff, where I go, this guy's trying to lure children and stuff, and they kind of go, look, just don't tell anyone you said shit.
Yeah.
We know. And you kind of go, oh.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And it's kind of like and a lot of times they won't even tell you they know, but if you report it to them and they go, we'll look into it, and you contact and follow up and they go, please don't tell anybody anything about what you saw, and they don't tell you what they're doing with it, that generally speaking means that's either us or somebody we know of, and we're pulling in 4, 5 to 10, 12, 30 other guys.
Right.
So I get that. But this guy just wants to fuck all of us. And that's like, I didn't fuck any kids. Why am I losing Disney money now? I like going out to dinner on fucking Friday night. It's become a thing.
So Keemstar, you said, did a video.
Sorry. Yeah, this is making me very mad.
It's okay. So let's play a little bit of that.
I need to rant about something. Cut the music. something is going on in the YouTube community that is bothering me, and it's bothering many other YouTubers. It's a whole campaign, and it's called #WakeUpYouTube. And it all started from a guy known as Matt Watson. Now, before we get into this, Matt Watson is a fraud, and I'll save that towards the end, but let me explain what #WakeUpYouTube is. It started with Matt Watson and this video. On February 17th, Matt Watson uploaded a video titled, "YouTube is facilitating the sexual exploitation of children, and it's being monetized." 2019. And in this video from Matt Watson, he explains that he got sucked into a wormhole on YouTube of recommended videos of underage kids, little kids, innocent videos of them playing with toys, them jumping on trampolines, them trying on swimsuits. And in the comments of these videos were pedos, pedophiles, leaving disgusting stuff, leaving timestamps of when you should click on the video when the kids are in questionable positions. I mean, just absolutely garbage, disgusting pedo stuff. And Matt explains in this video, once you click on one of these videos, that's all the type of videos you get in your recommendation. Now, some of the videos that Matt's talking about are the little kids themselves uploading the videos. But in other cases, the pedos were downloading these videos and re-uploading them for themselves. Matt demanded that YouTube does something about this and that this problem gets fixed. Now, because I run a news show, I saw this video right away when it only had 30,000 views. And as soon as I saw it, I reached out to YouTube and said, hey, you need to fix this. Look at this. And YouTube responded right away saying that they are on it.
Just look, to Keemstar's credit, we've yelled at him before. He's made some very arrogant videos. He's done some shitty things to smaller YouTubers. All of that aside, he's right here. And I believe that he did immediately go to YouTube and go,
yeah, are you going to do something about this?
Yeah, this is a big deal. Because he's one of those guys that gets a dude on the phone. You know? He's one of those guys that could probably actually go to the building. So I believe him that he did contact them. But then again, this guy wants to just go into business for himself. And Keemstar probably was like, hey, look, chill out. You can cover it. I'm going to tell you not to cover it, but you're going about it all wrong. But anyway, I guess he gets into that.
They banned videos, they banned channels, they disabled comment sections on some of the videos that were just innocent kids uploading content. YouTube was very proactive with fixing this. So case closed, right? Good job, YouTube. Good job, Matt. Thank you for making the video. No, it didn't end there. Because after this video went viral, Matt started streaming live on his channel. As you can see, the original video was uploaded 2 days ago, and since then, he's done 5 live streams.
By the way, another thing, super weird and clickbaity that the thumbnail of the video was of a little girl in a bikini. You know what I mean? That was also kind of scummy.
It's all just scummy.
Right?
He doesn't seem genuinely bothered by the legitimate exploitation of children.
Right.
Like, again, we've done some shitty things on this program. But let's be honest, it's never been like any time a child's come up in any context, we have always been like, yeah, we're not going to show that or do that.
Right, of course.
We
yeah.
have to find a way to tell this story. You know what I mean? But like, this guy's just like, look at these kids. Like, I remember watching his original video, like I said, and he was like, look at this. And he clicks on a video, and this girl, like, opens her legs. And I'm like, all right, dude, but, like, why are you showing her without a blur? Whatever.
Streams. Now, what's happening on these live streams from Matt Watson is very concerning to me and very concerning to many other YouTubers. Matt Watson keeps saying on these live streams that YouTube is not fixing the problem, that YouTube is doing nothing, which is false. YouTube is fixing the problem. And he's also saying on these live streams to his newfound fandom that they need to spam advertisers, telling advertisers not to advertise on YouTube because their advertisements are next to a kid's video and there's...
That's true, because he's telling them not to advertise on YouTube in general. Not even like, hey, pull your ads from these videos, but don't advertise on YouTube at all. The correct thing to do, like I said, you contact the authorities, you contact YouTube, and you get it taken care of. And by the way, this is not us defending YouTube. YouTube has a lot of things that are shitty about it. But just as any company would, no company would want pedophiles on it. It's bad for business.
Of course.
You know what I mean? It's not good for business.
No, of course not. And he's implying that YouTube has a hand in propagating child pornography. Look, nobody has had nastier things to say about this platform, the people who work for it. We have really shit all over YouTube when we've been angry.
We really have.
But I think we can agree that I don't think Royce thinks that anybody at YouTube wants children to be exploited sexually.
No.
I think we're on the same. They like to bend us over and exploit us sexually, financially, but not children. And I will give them that. The only people YouTube fucks is their creators.
Yes. And they're usually of age.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to advocate for you, Susan. This is the best I can do.
That's the best?
It's the best I can muster up.
Kenneth Johnson, imagine that smell underneath that beanie. That's to Tim Pool, I'm assuming. Zorbs, you do bang 20-year-old kids, though, Mersh.
20-year-old kids, yeah.
LM says, seems like he is trolling YouTubers. It's like he relishes them getting hurt even though he pretends he cares. He literally says, go get real jobs.
There's pedos in the comment section. Now, when I heard this on Matt's live stream, I'm like, what are you doing? And this guy's trying to start the next adpocalypse. If advertisers leave YouTube, this isn't going to stop the pedos in the comment section. This is just going to hurt the livelihood of YouTubers big and small. So as I'm watching more and more of Matt Watson's live streams, it becomes very clear that this isn't about stopping the pedos, and this is more about getting as much attention as possible. He's asking his fans to spam his video at news outlets and just trying to blow this story up as big as possible. Now, one of Matt's new disciples, his new fan base, hit me up on Twitter asking me to cover this story, and this is how I responded. I'm not reporting the story because it negatively affects the whole YouTube community, and we don't need another adpocalypse. What I've done behind the scenes, though, is reach out to my YouTube contacts, showing them the video, and my team is showing them content to take down. That's what I said on Twitter. We're focused on fixing the problem, getting these pedo accounts shut down, and that's it. Getting this stuff off of YouTube. And YouTube is doing it. But when Matt saw my tweet, this is what he said on his live stream. Roll it.
Keemstar status, what's up? Wow, for real? Yeah, well, you know what, dude? I guess what that shows is that you don't care. You care more about your fucking money. Wow. You care.
Hey, Matt, hold on. Hey, Matt. Are your videos monetized?
Oh, I bet they are now.
Hey,
he blew
Matt.
up quick. He
Matt,
blew up quick.
Do you have a super chat when you go live, Matt? Let's see something here. Let's see, because I honestly don't know. Let's click Matt's page here. Let's go videos, and this is him 14 hours ago. Okay,
So we can check the live stream.
we
See
could
if
check
there's
to
some
see.
super chats.
Let's see. I don't see a super chat button.
Yeah, he may not be monetized.
He may not be which is fine.
Which is a good angle, smart.
Yeah, no, it is. It is.
But I still don't trust you. Because you know what, Matt? You might just
have
have money. I know motherfuckers that have money and they don't have an angle to get over, you know?
Right.
So this might be, you know. So trust me when I tell you, I know that being over means more than money to a lot of people.
Right.
So, you know what I mean? Like, I'm glad we're starting to do pretty well on this channel, but I at the expense of not being over with the crowd, sometimes you gotta, you know, like, whatever, say no to a buck. But I don't think Matt's ever been really over with the audience, and I think this was his big thing. I think Matt maybe has a few bucks, maybe has a day job, but he just wanted this angle. You can pretend you don't care about money, but it doesn't mean you don't care about popularity.
All right.
Care more about your money. This guy, I don't like this dude. You know? You care more about money than you do about.
Okay, but you care
protecting
more about the
people.
fact that you don't like Keemstar than you do about helping kids. Is that what you're saying? Are you saying that your pride means more Because look, again, we've said unkind things about Keemstar on the show before. I didn't appreciate him telling all YouTubers to give up.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
And I know it was, look, I know he was being a heel. I get it, but it was still a dick move. Because he did it right around the first ADpocalypse, and you're like, ouch, dude. That being said, we've had issues with Andy Worski in the past. We've had issues with many people. I would be willing to look past my issues with all of those people if we were pedo bashing, like legitimate pedo hunting.
Oh, of course.
I'd be like, all right, you know what I mean? If anybody said, if Keemstar said to me off the air, hey, I want to do something with this pedo thing. I need you to help me report some pedo pages, whatever, put some light on this. And even said straight up, you're not going to get any clout out of this, and I'm never going to put you on the show. I'd still do my part and go like, hey, we got to help pedos. But like, this guy wants a Keemstar beef.
Melina, $5 super chat. A bit off the subject, Owen has just slaughtered one of his roosters because apparently Charlie the rooster tried to pick his son's eye out. And then Gruel Entertainment, $5. Keemstar, Deep State Chill, hashtag MAGA pedophile. Listen, guys.
Deep State Chill Keemstar.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And by the way, Keemstar, don't make me tell people about that little CIA operation out there in California. I got your number there, all right, Keemstar? Let's talk about your black stepdaughter. Your beautiful black, beautiful girl.
Beautiful.
Stepdaughter.
So beautiful.
Start the same feud that Alex has with Joe Rogan with Keemstar. You want to come on? You want to come down to Austin, Texas? I'll take you on, Keemstar. Battle of the Beards.
Can I say that because I was listening to some of your old this morning on Daywave, I was playing some old when we prank called people. Your Alex Jones impression has aged with Alex because he's gotten scruffier, and your impression has gotten scruffier.
Yeah, and the thing is, I was actually scratchier back then, naturally, and now I'm less scratchy in my voice because I don't smoke as much, but I have to make it scratchy when I do Alex.
Yeah, because that's
he's getting fat and he's getting the beard. But don't worry, Alex, because I'm gaining weight with you. I grew a beard with you and I'm gaining weight with you. I'm gonna keep the face just like you, Alex.
The yaw has become my favorite part of it.
And what's funny is new fags that come to the show have no idea what the yaw is.
No, they don't. They have no idea.
It originated on the show. It was something I did, and now it's just become a thing.
By the way, can I say?
What do you want to fighting Ben Shapiro down here in Texas?
Sam Tripoli just because when a bigger YouTube, so you guys don't know when you have the YouTube dashboard, when a bigger YouTuber comments on your stuff, it notifies you. It doesn't notify you about all comments.
Yeah, it's like, hey, nobody. Somebody who's worth a shit just commented on your thing, you fucking loser, and you're like, oh, really?
Sam Tripoli commented to our Sam Tripoli goes on Owen Benjamin. He just commented, ha 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 ha. He's laughing at it. He's a good, look, man, and we were kind of.
I'm doing fine, okay?
Okay.
I'm hanging out, driving to gigs, getting my dick sucked. All right. Sorry, you're killing roosters, Owen. All right, okay.
Your terrible N-word joke was more offensive than if you actually just said the N-word.
I'm doing fucking gigs now. You're cutting the heads off fucking roosters, okay? So worry about your rooster killing life. Don't worry about me.
So what if it affects you? Go work at fucking KFC, bro. Yeah. Damn, that's bullshit.
So he really did tell all content creators go work at KFC.
Yeah, go work at KFC.
Buddy. Hey, Matt. Hey, Matt. Welcome to the internet, pal.
We'll be your guide.
Do you understand? What you just did was like moving from the suburbs to a Baltimore inner city high school, and the first day of school, you're like, yeah, well, I don't like fucking N-words anyway. You're that kid now. You're in a school full of black kids going, did this nigga just say you don't like N-word? He used a hard R, my dude. Like, you're not going to make it out of third period. This kid's going to get pants everywhere he goes.
Get a part-time job, my guy, Uber looks good for you.
This guy.
I just saw a dude saying he has a point. What is the point here?
Oh, this was
in other words, it's like
this dude lost it on his own chat.
Yeah, this was a live stream.
Yeah, he pulled an Owen and lost like fucking half his audience like in one stream.
like, oh, this is an issue that YouTube needs to do something about, but it's gonna affect me, and I don't know any of those kids, so you know what? I'm not gonna do anything about this because it's gonna affect me.
No, he specifically didn't say he what. Did he say he did nothing?
No, he did say he contacted YouTube directly. You got to give him that. He did do that.
You don't like what he's doing. You want to hurt this platform. Hey, Matt, I don't know what this platform did to you. Okay, show me on your body where YouTube diddled you. But, dude, we all have our beefs with YouTube. Okay, I have gone off on Hitler level rants where I wanted to burn this platform down. But you know, you bounce back, you go smoke a little weed, you know, you have a beer, you come back, you breathe, and you rethink things. You just seem dead set on not even harm, because this is, again, ADpocalypse, the first one. Remember, I said a year and a half ago during the first ADpocalypse, YouTube doesn't care, even when it comes to like, you know, people think, well, they're a leftist platform. They are, but it's not even about that. YouTube has wanted to slow roll out a way to not pay everyone for a long time. Yeah. So it has nothing to do with if you are. You notice they've taken a lot of far left stuff, like these Maoist crazy people. They're getting demonetized now too, because YouTube's now, like, they use the left to go after the right and establish basically some precedents and go, this is not acceptable. We will not pay you. We'll still run ads, but we're not going to pay you if you do these things. And then once they established those precedents, they rolled back around, and now the right's snitching on the left and getting the left all demonetized. This entire thing from day one has always been about how YouTube can keep more money for YouTube and not pay anybody. And now you're about to roll out round 2 of what's the equivalent of rounding up content creators and putting them in death camps. We're not going to get any money now. You understand YouTube is still going to come out on top. Oh, I hate this guy.
It's not gonna affect. Let's keep it real. What does he say here? He says the whole community. He's talking about himself. He's talking about himself, right? That's his bottom dollar, and it's not a kid that he knows. It's not his little.
All of us.
First off, that's his bottom line. That's the vernacular you're looking for, you fucking stupid idiot.
Sister. It's not his daughter. He doesn't care. A lot of people are like that. Sucks.
He literally said that he contacted YouTube. He doesn't like you going after the advertisers.
There's nothing worse than that fake, sincere, nerdy guy.
Yeah.
Wow. Now, when I heard that, I was pretty offended. You know, this guy saying all I care about is money. I'm a father to a 9-year-old little girl. This stuff is important to me, and if you've been a fan of Drama Alert for a long time, you know that we've exposed these people in the Minecraft community. Like, this is an issue that I'm passionate about. So what he said really offended me, and it seems to me that this guy is not trying to fix the problem, and again, trying to get as much attention as possible.
Also, to Keemstar's credit, he has done this kind of shit before. He's trying to help again, and on top of all that, he's not pedo hunter guy.
No, he's not.
He just has a platform that's big and was willing to go, oh, word? There's pedos? Where are they at? Let's get them. Oh, I'm sorry. Keep pausing, but God, I hate this guy.
Oh, I wanted to have a conversation with Matt and explain to him that him going after the advertisers is going to affect YouTubers. It's not going to affect these pedos. So I want to have that conversation with him. I asked him for a way that we could contact each other, and I asked him for a Twitter. He responded by saying he didn't have a Twitter.
Okay, I don't have time to do Discord. I have to go to work. Keemstar, brother, I don't have a Twitter. I'm literally so. I will make a Twitter when I come home. I would love to talk to you. I don't think you're a bad guy. I'd love to talk to you. I'd love to get your opinion. I'd love to get your insight. You're a big YouTuber. You're a part of this platform. I'd love to talk to you. I will make a Twitter, and I'll So, brother, when I'm at work,
now he's all happy.
I'll try and make a Twitter, and I want to talk to you.
The next day, he made a new Twitter. I DM'd him on Twitter. We exchanged Skype information, and I called into his show. I explained my point that, he's going about it the wrong way, and he just disagreed with me. He said he doesn't care and that YouTubers might have to go find real jobs. So at this point, I'm dumbfounded. I'm trying to...
Why would you You want the whole community behind you. You don't want to. Why would you say that?
And you're talking to the physical manifestation of somebody who made it on YouTube and frankly deserves to not have to work now. Like, they built a brand. They do work. They work on a brand. I built a brand. Like, you're talking to the representative of the YouTuber community, and you're telling them, yeah, why don't you go work at KFC, dog? Like, what?
Figure out who is Matt Watson? Who is this guy that's trying to get all this attention for this? Like, who is the guy behind this? Who is the guy that is trying to start the next adpocalypse? Who is this guy? Well, remember when he said he didn't have a Twitter and he made this Twitter? He had a Twitter, and that Twitter was called It's Your Boy Matt.
Hang on. Wait, what's the matter? What's the matter?
It's your boy Matt.
Hey, it's your boy Matt. Beer, beer, beer. What's up? Let's give him
Why
a chance.
didn't he give him his Twitter?
With 3 followers and 5 tweets. And on this Twitter, there was some very, very creepy stuff. But it also linked to a YouTube channel. And that's when we found Matt's original YouTube channel. Not the one where he uploaded this video, his original YouTube channel. The channel's called Totally Uncreative, and well, the few videos that are up there are very, very creepy. The About section on his YouTube channel, very, very creepy. So I'm asking myself, why did this guy lie to me about not having a Twitter account? Like, what is he trying to hide? And that's when I saw this video on his YouTube channel titled, The Cam Girl Ruined My Life, Huge Warning. Now, on this video from Matt, at about 2 minutes and 19 seconds, there's a schoolgirl walking down the side of the...
Wait, what? What's the matter?
What?
What's the matter? What happened? Man, I'm so glad we fucking backed off this guy. We all knew there was just something about this dude. Sometimes we get it fucking on. You know how many people pestered us all week? Cover the pedos on YouTube. And we're like, let's, sometimes you have to trust us. Sometimes we're 100% dead on and we're like,
Here's the video, Mike. You want to watch it?
I bet it's good.
Yes. Hello, I'm Jessica, 25-year-old. I'm a cam girl. I'm not here to promote my show. I'm here because I need to find a cam sex partner. You need to fuck me on cam?
Pedo Hunter.
I mean, I get it. It's a hack bit.
I know.
Holy shit! Willing to create a name and get recognized as my next sex cam. Yo! If you're interested, to feel free to hit me up.
All right, so look, I'm going to be fair here. The basic premise is okay. For a basic premise, if you're like at some, because this is probably, a couple of years ago, whatever, probably trying to be like a YouTube, trying to do like his own MDE, Tim and Eric style thing. So the premise is that I don't mind the premise of like falling for a profile that says, do you want to be my cam sex partner? But where's this going? Oh boy, this is not.
Hey, it'd be great. That's awesome. Yeah, we'll just go out and film. Yeah.
Pedo Hunter.
And then he zoomed in on his cock.
Pedo Hunter. He's hunting pedos. Ba-da-bum-ba-bum. Hunting pedos. He's Pedo Hunter. Put on his jock strap. Ba-da-bum. Trying to make him a theme song. Help him out with his new
I gotta make like a promo or something. I gotta show this girl that I mean business, man.
So wait, let's get to the girl walk. Hold on, right here.
Anybody?
How old's that girl?
Here's my rule. Can I make a ruling on this?
Sure.
If it's the afternoon and they're wearing a backpack, no dice. 100%
enough.
no
Yeah, you're
dice.
right.
There's not even. I don't even care. I don't even care if it's 3 in the afternoon and we're at Zion National Park during a holiday week, and you're wearing a hiking backpack. I ain't even trying to talk to you right now. You'd never be too safe. But I would say backpack walking in the daytime, absolutely not. Utterly fucking
Mike won't
disgusting.
even hit on female EMT workers because they walk
Hell
around
no.
with backpacks. He won't
Hell
do it.
no.
Are you interested in shooting an adult video?
What? Okay.
Wait a
Womp,
second.
womp. Okay.
Wait a second.
Whoa.
Let's. I'm gonna from.
Whoa.
Let's go from the beginning of that right here. Let's watch it again.
This fucking guy.
Hi. Are you interested in shooting an adult video?
Dude, you can't even jokingly saying that to a possibly underage strange girl, even jokingly, that is bad news.
Jim Edward goes, this aged well.
She turned around and went back the other way. By the way, guys, you want to talk about, not being able to read social cues and signs? If a woman turns around and reverses course back to a starting point, that's a sign that she feels threatened.
Total bullshit. Like,
I mean, I get that. I think that was the. Well, what's this? Pedo Hunter.
Pedo Hunter, hunting the pedos. I'm still working on the theme song.
Yeah.
But it's going to be very like Frank Stallone, sort of Vince DiCola from the Rocky soundtrack. Vince DiCola did all like the Rocky, like the rock
montage,
songs. I'm gonna try to get I'm trying to write the next No Easy Way Out. If I can have a hit like that, I think we'll be set for life here at ROTC Media.
What's this?
Together, and I didn't get a response, and so I sent like one or two other emails to her, and I just haven't heard back.
All right, so we get the point.
Pedo Hunter, he has a piano.
So I guess
showing his penis and yelling at little girls. Wow.
So I guess we're all in agreement here.
Maybe he's trying to hunt down these pedos so he can find out where all the kids that are DTF are.
Look, that's the only working theory we have right now.
It's one of the reasons I never became a cop, because I knew I'd grow up and just become addicted to drugs anyway, and then I would just only hassle people who sold that drug.
Oh man, so basically,
would not be able to find cocaine in New York if I ever became a police officer.
This guy's a hack. He's a hack and he's a liar and he's trying to milk the system. And at the same time, Disney, you said already pulled out?
Disney's pulled out because of that guy. Because of Pedo Hunter, Disney's not paying. That was, by the way, one of the single largest advertisers on this platform. When I tell you that Disney is one of the, with their combined corporate family and umbrella and all the advertising and the movies and the toys and the bullshit and the television shows and the Netflix specials. Do you understand how much money we just lost?
Yeah.
You know how much fucking Avengers money we all just lost? Because of Captain Blow-Up-Doll over here?
Dankinet sends super chat. Verified new fag here, loving the show, guys. Welcome. Matt Ness, Mersh reppin' with the Yingling. Cheers.
Thanks. I started early today because I got really mad
He
about
was upset. Well, why'd you get mad, Mike?
The
What
eye
happened?
exam, this whole town. Like we live in this area that just exploded, and there's no infrastructure to support it. Luckily, it's a boom of white people, which is strange.
Which British?
We're
white
not going to
people.
tell anybody where we live because we want to keep it.
Yeah.
So, but there's a flood of Europeans here, and it's
real Europeans, not like Arab Europeans.
no, like chip chitty. Oh yes, I like the weather here. It's quite
There's three authentic British pubs.
We gotta get
It's very
porcelain
weird
here.
here. Oh yeah, we can't. We'll move them in.
Porcelain. We got to get you here. Let's just be like, well,
What was it called in
It's
Arrested?
basically like home, except palm trees and no income tax. It's quite well.
Is it called in Arrested Development? We Britain. We Britain.
We're going to build Wee Britain here.
By the way, here
That would
you
be
have to
funny.
drive on the left side of the road. It's really weird.
No, that actually, honestly, would make a funny district
Wee
when
Britain?
it does start blowing up around here, and they have to make a little downtowny area. Just make it Wee Britain. It'll be like Tampa. We could be like the fish and chips versions of like what Tampa is with the Cuban sandwich and stuff.
You're right. It'll be all here.
Yeah, the Fish and Chips Festival could be held right here in Central Florida. But anyway, there is a lot of those people here. So it blew up. There's no infrastructure. I go to get my eye thing, and there's nobody there, but they still just won't take me, which is weird. And then I'm like,
it's Walmart.
right. So I make an appointment for like next Wednesday, and I'm like, that's not good enough. So then I go home and I call like 3 different eye doctors, and they're like, yeah, we're booked up through March. And I'm like, how does anybody see in this town?
Also, all the snowbirds are here. So what happens in Florida when the snowbirds come, they usually do their medical stuff here because we have way better medical stuff here.
Cool.
So when the snowbirds come down, they do all their stuff here, and everything gets packed and run out everywhere. You see sometimes, I swear to you, driving on the highway here.
I couldn't even get back today. That's why I'm having a drink. I was like, I can't do this.
There's a lot of Quebec license plates here right now because these are French Canadians.
Quebecois are the worst.
They're the French Canadians are the worst people on the planet.
I mean, I like them in Canada because they make other Canadians miserable.
Right.
But not when they're here.
Not here. Don't leave us the fuck alone, French Canadians.
But yeah, so then I couldn't get my eyes checked out. So now I got to wait a week. And it's just a whole thing. This whole just being an adult thing is terrible.
It's pretty shitty, right?
That's why I don't want to do any of this stuff.
Well, you made an appointment now. At least you have a set time when you can go, and then you get your glasses
Now
done.
I got to get up again next week.
Yeah. And get your glasses done.
That's so fucking gay, dude.
Why don't you find a 24-hour eye doctor? They have to exist.
I don't think they
You don't.
Somebody legitimately said that. In
Seriously?
The chat the other night. They said, go to Walmart. And I was like, well, I'm going to go there anyway.
Yeah.
And they were like, yeah. And then everybody was yelling at me like, you need to get your adult things done. Why didn't you go to the P.O. box? Why didn't you get your glasses? And I'm like, I do a show called fucking Nightwave. And then I was like, what do you faggots think? I do Nightwave and then I just go immediately to sleep like a weirdo? No.
Right.
So I sleep weird hours. I go to bed, I sleep during the day. And so like, it's hard to get things done. And somebody was like, but Walmart's open 24 hours. Just get your eye exam there. And I was like, nigga, you think they have an eye doctor just hanging out? They have 3 eye doctor shifts at the Walmart. That's not how it works.
Llama Dirk says Disney was looking to pull ads before Disney Plus comes out. That's their streaming service. They wanted an excuse to spit in Google's eye on the way out. That's what people are saying. That is true. Netflix just canceled the last 2 Marvel shows.
That is true. It's possible. But guess what? Now we'll never know because of that asshole. See what I mean?
Filipino Shea Porcelain there then falls asleep halfway through the show. Omega Wolf, here's to another week of squint palidors.
Sorry. I'm
Yeah,
fucking
what are you
sorry.
He's not sorry.
I wanted to get it fixed, but what am I going to do? Yeah. People are annoying.
Yeah, I know. But they do it because they care about you, Mike. They want you to.
I want people to care about
me.
me.
They care and they love you.
I don't like that.
And
I
they
don't like
want
it.
you.
Like, let's get something straight. I don't like outside of the show's attention.
He doesn't look, guys. He needs your love.
Am I lying though?
No, it's true.
I loathe attention outside of the 4 hours of content a day.
Yeah.
If I go into a room and everybody's like if I go to a party and everybody goes, oh shit, I'm gonna be like, I want to leave. I don't want to speak to all these people. It's just naturally how I am. Like when a woman tells me they love me, I fucking bolt. I've seen it.
I've seen it.
Find a roundabout way to say that shit to me, or we're gonna have a problem. Anyway,
yeah, he's gonna get married soon, folks. We have to go to break. RevengeOfTheSys.com/XPN. That'll take you to Pro.
I think I will. Here's why. Here's my theory.
Okay.
If the show gets successful enough, right? Eventually, somebody's gonna marry me under the guise of like they're gonna just do a lot of things that I hate doing. Mm-hmm. So I'll probably have to compromise and get married.
That's fine. Just do it.
Because I'll eventually, if we eventually start making real money, and I just want somebody to do all of the adulting.
That's exactly.
That I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna just get.
Are you
married.
confusing a wife with a manager?
Yeah, but I mean, with a wife, it's like
you got to have sex with him.
Well, you can have.
You can still
sex
sex
with
the
your
manager.
I had sex with my old manager.
Okay.
Yeah,
What was his name? Oh, you. Sorry. Go ahead.
Shouldn't even say her first name because I've already narrowed it down far too much. I've only had one female manager.
Sharon.
But look,
her name was Sharon.
The point is, you can fuck your manager, but you can't really have kids with him. And eventually I'm going to be dying of liver disease. And you want to have like somebody that's doing your dialysis machine. You don't want a nurse doing it. It's depressing. You want fucking family.
You really have it all planned out.
Yeah,
don't
like
you?
when you're dying of a drug-induced stroke, and you want somebody to wheel you up to the window so you go look at the birds outside. You want a family member to do. You want a kid. It's weird when a Dominican nurse does it and fucking rifles through your pockets, steals money. Anyway, sorry. Let's go to
Frozen Nation says Mersh needs #Mersh needs love.
Let's transition from, if I ever get married, it'll be a business arrangement. But let's transition from that bit of racism and emotional unavailability right into
So a live read.
read.
If you want to be racist online and not get caught, revengeofthecis.com/XPN. That'll take you to Pro XPN. You get protected. We get a piece. Everyone's happy. And, of course, the best way to help us out is patreon.com/we're not sorry. Other ways to donate, revengeofthecis.com/donate. Go there. There's a whole bunch of ways to donate to help out the show. There's also an Amazon banner. Click there, then buy your Amazon stuff. You help us out, and it costs you nothing. We will be back in 5 minutes. We got a whole bunch of stuff. Revenge of the Cis.
Exciting 2 hours of television is back with an all-new Revenge of the Cis. As Royce and Mersh continue to track an international deep state pedophile ring, their journey to the nation's capital is put on hold as Orlando's best police cops receive a cryptic message from an old colleague.
It's a message from my old partner. He needs to see us in Los Angeles right now. Says it's related to our case.
Do you trust him?
As much as I trust you, partner.
What's to know then? A detour from their original investigation finds these no-nonsense detectives in the middle of Hollywood.
Thanks for meeting me. We can't talk low. They're probably following me.
Who's following you?
The Podesta brothers. They've got eyes everywhere, Lopez.
Now trapped between deep state globalists and the Hollywood elite, Lopez and Mersh are on the case. They're no longer avenging Orlando. They're saving America. And this week, they're taking on Pedowood.
I've been working this case. This Dan Schneider guy, producer at Nickelodeon, he's into kids. Or feet. Or kids' feet.
Yeah, the iCarly guy.
How do you know all this?
Thanks for meeting me.
No problem, Miss Bynes.
This is Amanda Bynes? Jesus, she looks terrible.
Dude, she can hear you.
Watch this week as the web grows bigger, the case becomes more complex, and more older model cars get wrecked and plenty of nameless extras get shot. This week on an all-new Revenge of the Cis, followed by Nazi Lawyer. USA, hotels don't have Netflix.
For this performance in Delaware.
To make your shopping day a little easier.
Mervyn's Dollar Day sale is going on right now, and that means great buys on clothes for kids. All this week, you can save on boys' clothes by Campus Le Tigre. Short-sleeve Le Tigre knits are the shirts all the boys will be wearing back to school.
Do you like pranks, guns, and jokes about retarded people? Well, so do we, but odds are your liberal snowflake friend doesn't. How would you like an easy, cost-effective way of screwing with that friend anonymously without losing your Twitter account? Guns for Tards is the perfect way to trigger SJW anonymously through the mail. For a low fee, your target will receive a beautifully designed professional mailer from our fictional Guns for Tards charity, containing a thank you letter for their donation. They'll be led to believe that money was donated in their name to a charity that advocates Second Amendment rights for the mentally handicapped people in their area. For a few extra bucks, they will receive pictures and a detailed profile of a retarded person who they helped harm. It's all fun and games, well, except for that idiot who gets this in their mailbox and freaks out. Messing with someone through the mail is effective. Most people do it trolling over the internet, but regular mail is way more invasive. Whether it's a boss, an ex, or a liberal professor you don't like, this is the perfect way to screw with someone anonymously for the cost of a cup of coffee. Well, a cup of coffee in Manhattan, in a fancy coffee shop. Check out www.gunsfortards.com and select a package today. Use promo code MERSH for 10% off.
Ladies and gentlemen, we can rebuild him. We have the technology. We can make him better than he was before. Better, stronger, faster. A new night, a new time. The Sully Show returns to More Like Radio, Tuesdays, 7:30 p.m. Eastern before Dutch and Royce. Tuesday nights will never be the same.
I am the changing of the guard at Buckingham Palace. I am a thatched roof cottage in Wales. I am the best of Great Britain. I am British Caledonian Airways.
If we want to make money, we need to honor ancient Irish traditions, like serving an irresponsible amount of booze to people who are genetically predisposed to having alcohol problems. You see, St. Patrick started that tradition, and that's why we celebrate him today.
Yeah, no, that's not what he did. No, he played the flute for some kids, and then he lured them into a cave somewhere, and he diddled them.
Now, you got him mixed up with the Pied Piper.
Right.
St. Patrick didn't play the flute. He drove the kids out of Ireland, and then he molested them.
No, if St. Patrick molested kids, he would be regarded as a scoundrel.
No. I feel like in the olden days of the Catholic Church, pedophiles were regarded as heroes.
All right, look, guys, St. Patrick didn't do any of that shit, okay? He drove the snakes out of Ireland.
I don't know about all this. I kind of want to just do the traditional thing of, like, sticking around the bar and trying to catch the leprechaun.
No. The leprechaun thing again.
Stop, guys. I'm going to catch him. I'm, like, this close.
You're not going to catch him because he doesn't exist.
Please. Dude, you know what? I don't even know if I've set up my flute traps for him yet.
Charlie, enough with the leprechaun.
Okay, wait.
I mean, can you believe him?
Who
cares? Look, I'm trying to. You know what?
Year.
Actually, I might want to get myself a flute.
I was thinking
We've
the
been
same thing.
talking. You were?
I was thinking the same thing.
Because I feel like it's
I know we're kind of old.
Go get a flute. Go get a flute. Yeah. Go get a flute. Everybody, go get a flute.
Second hour, Revenge of the Sis, Hump Day Show. Tonight I'll be doing the Hippo Juice Show. You can subscribe at youtube.com/morelikeradio. Of course, Nightwave Radio, another good show. That's Mike's solo show. And Daywave Live, that's my morning show. All those things. We'll take up your entire life if you let us. If you allow us.
I don't mind.
Yeah, me neither. Me neither. I don't mind either. Just leave us alone. We'll do our show. We'll make you ha 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 ha, and then leave us alone. That's fair, right? It's a fair compromise.
Pretty accessible for the most part. It's just,
yeah.
Sometimes people get a little weird with it.
Yeah, you're right. Good point.
I'm fine as long as no genuine emotion is displayed.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
That's just where I'm like, all right, enough. Let's stop with that. Also, I do want to make an announcement. We do know that Bernie Sanders has announced he will be running in 2020.
That's correct.
I would like to announce that if you guys would like to donate to the Bernie Sanders campaign, I'm just going to make this announcement one time. Whatever you guys manage to raise, my wife's boyfriend has also agreed to match it.
That's nice of that's nice
cool.
of Tyrone.
Thank you, Tyrone. Very cool. So, just if you guys are considering it, donate. Go to cucksforbernie.org.dk.
By the way, in all reality,
Oh, it's in North Korea.
we do have probably the best fans, considering the size that we are. They come up with some fucking hilarious videos, some things, because we don't have time to do them. We're always doing a show. You guys are great. The ones to do that. The rest you could fuck off. All right? Mm-hmm. No, I'm kidding. I like all of you guys. Well, okay. I like most of you guys. I like most of you.
I like
most of you guys.
That's the thing, though. I mean, to be fair, this audience does get
humor,
the maximum amount of appreciation and love I can give any human being.
That is true.
They get a lot. Like, I don't. God, you should see. I'm not easy to deal with.
No, he's not.
So yeah, cucksforbernie.org. Let's get this going. Is that? Can somebody get that?
Cucks for Bernie? Well, I'm sure you get either a Cucks FOR Bernie or Cucks the number 4 Bernie. One of those is available. And if so, can you please buy that and then we'll forward it to our website?
Yeah, somebody please buy that and forward it to us, and I'll give you money.
We'll pay you back, okay?
You'll be reimbursed for your expenses.
You will. Correct. Hey, but by the way,
get both though.
Yeah, both. And by the way, you'll be reimbursed for fast food meals only. No going on fancy steakhouses and sending us the bill. All right, you hear me?
And then also somebody get us a lawyer so we can find out a legal way to make a website. where we can jokingly take money from people
That would be great.
and say that my wife's boyfriend is matching it?
Perfect. How do we
without
do that?
going to jail? Because I don't know that whole
Going to
Mueller
jail thing?
That whole Mueller investigation thing. He just likes to get everybody.
Yeah, he does. All right, so there's some updates on the Jussire Smollet. Now, this is on...
Fill me in now. Who's this Jussire Smollet guy? He's from Empire, right?
Yeah, it's fucking great.
seen
By
him
the
on
way,
that show.
triple threat. He could sing, he could dance, and he could act. This
Where
is
he's going to do it anymore.
no. This is the Today Show. Now remember they were the first. This hate crime. They were one of the people going after it really hard. Watch this.
Let's bring in NBC legal analyst Ari Melber. Ari, this thing started off everyone calling it a hate crime, and now police are wondering if Jussire Smollet kind of orchestrated this whole thing. We said
Kind of?
Kind of orchestrated. You see what they do?
Yeah. Sort of.
Now, if this was still a hate crime thing, right now they'd be going, so explain to us exactly how Donald Trump beat up Jussire Smollet. Like,
and go.
With not kind of, or now it's just, well, he kind of may have a little bit.
Tucker brought up, Tucker did bring something up that I thought was really interesting. Did
he do it with one eyebrow up the whole
Yeah,
time?
of course.
Why was he even there? And why were two Nigerians even here in America? Why are blacks even a thing at all?
I use the N-word in my private life.
Tucker, stop drinking.
I love Tucker, actually. He mentioned that Smollett interview that we played a little bit of yesterday, the interviewer never questioned him. She never asked him any follow-up questions. She just nodded her head like, that must have been terrible. Okay.
So it sounds terrible. Sounds terrible.
No, I can't imagine.
So we shouldn't vote for Trump, right?
Trump's terrible. So can you give me that soundbite? I need it for when I do the... Say Trump caused this?
You're a handsome man, by the way.
Yeah. Do me a favor. Say Trump's America. No, say it again with more excitement.
No, you know what? Sing it.
Sing it. Trump's America. All right. Sorry, Hoda.
people rush to judgment in the beginning. We're not sure what is happening right now, but police are gathering evidence, right? So what are they trying to find?
They're ultimately looking at whether the original allegation, which they were investigating, is now itself potentially the infraction. In other words, was there a crime and a victim of that crime, or was the person who said they were a victim actually doing something that itself may be illegal, which is faking a crime?
So he hasn't spoken again to investigators since these developments. Can these investigators compel Smollet?
That's a good sign, by the way.
Yeah, no, he hasn't spoken
Do
to
you
them.
understand that if I got jumped by two, let's say, black gentlemen, and it really did happen, and they said, fuck you, cracker, and they beat the shit out of me and left me there on my way home from a sandwich shop, and somehow the narrative turned into I made it up, but I really was beaten up by two black guys, do you understand I would very quickly meet with those police and tell them to go fuck themselves? Like, you don't... I might go with a lawyer, but you would still go and go, no, you're fucking full of shit. This fucking happened to me. You don't just dip out of Chicago.
And now Davey Crocco in the chat, super chat, and I have a ton of info of this on my stream on my channel. I actually happened to come across this stream because it actually got a lot of views yesterday. So there is a good video, if you guys want it after our show, obviously. Check out Davey Crocco. He has a video about the Smollett thing that's pretty interesting. Anyway, back to you, Hoda.
To talk to them?
They certainly can, and I spoke with Chicago police officials yesterday in preparation for this segment. They are still trying to put up...
Jim N-word. Guys, Chicago's MAGA country.
No, it really is.
88% voted for Hillary in Chicago.
88%.
88%.
Out of 14 districts.
14. We don't know if that's how many districts.
I don't know if that's a real
But
thing.
if it is,
Could somebody
dude,
look
how
that
cool
up?
would that be?
Could somebody look up if
Jamie.
there's 14 congressional districts in Illinois? That would be hilarious.
Jamie, pull up 1488 for me. Jamie, pull it up.
Shit.
Wow, that's crazy. So they think Hitler's alive in Argentina.
on the pressure privately and publicly to say, if you really are the victim, of course you should be willing to come back and update your testimony as we get more information.
We talk about charges. So if, in fact, he did fake this, what kind of charges could he face?
The kind of charge you're looking at here is basically obstruction or lying to authorities. In Illinois, that would typically be a misdemeanor. But there's nothing typical about this.
As a man named Ari with thick eyebrows and a giant nose, I'm an expert in these matters.
But here's the thing that he's not mentioning, which I read about today, and this is 100% legit. His problem isn't with filing a false police report, because that's nothing. That's a slap on the wrist. You don't get jail time. The issue is
fake hate crime.
The letter that he sent himself with cut out of magazines a week before this attack. That's a federal crime. That's a federal crime because the FBI was the one that was involved in that. Because
you know
when it's
better charge this asshole too.
When it's through U.S. mail, and it's something like this, it usually is the FBI that gets involved because it's interstate crossing state lines and stuff. So that letter is going to fuck him worse. And by the way, they've already said that a leaked source, I want to be clear, a leaked source from Chicago, which means a police officer in Chicago who hates this guy, a leaked source from Chicago said it's looking very likely like he sent the letter to himself.
Oh, he absolutely sent it to himself. We already knew this 2 weeks ago. But we couldn't say nothing to the press because this place is a liberal cesspool.
When they went into this,
I voted for Trump. I voted for him. I don't even know why I showed up. 88% voted for that cunt. Can you believe that shit? But we're not going to let this you-know-what get away with it. I'll tell you that much. Not here in Chicago.
By the way, the other 88% voted for Hillary. The other 22% was the Chicago police force voting for Trump.
Listen, I may not be able to turn the tides back against all of these blacks ruining my city, but I'll stop this one guy. So help me God.
They ran Jay Cutler out of this town, and that's wrong.
Did you know half the police force in this state now, they're putting their hands on Korans when they put when they get their badges. This is what I'm dealing with out here. And our pizza's terrible. Of course I'd rather have New York pizza.
But we have a thing called pride here where we lie about it. All right. Smollet? Oh, something. Sorry, I meant to say something else. Something else leaked. They said that when they investigated those two Nigerian brothers, the ones that one of them worked at Empire, they had magazines that had been cut out in similar fashion to how they sent cut out
Yeah, so
letters.
explain that one to me, Blackie. Why you got cut out magazines here in your house? We already searched your apartment and we found all these cut out magazines. So explain that to me. Huh? You cooking recipes, are you? You were saving a recipe for how to cook up some more racial divide in this country, were you? Is that what you were whipping up in the kitchen? I don't know why my fucking Chicago cop is... Everybody's saying there's a lot of Minnesotans in Chicago. Look, I'm sorry. I do my best here, all right?
I'm cooperating here. It went into Fargo. These guys, these guys.
Of course it was two Nigerians. Of course it fucking was. You couldn't even find two black guys? Or two white guys? You couldn't find two white guys to beat you up?
Grateful Head in the chat who's from Chicago goes, we don't talk like that.
All right, well, I don't know. It is very Midwestern.
It is. It was a very...
Well, I don't know. You know what it is, too? It's like there is a terrible... sort of like, if you notice in the movies, whenever they do like movies like set in Chicago, and they always get these actors that like are from like Pittsburgh and like Maryland to play people from Chicago. So I think that's why I do it, because I think I've been to Chicago once for like one day. Never really been to Chicago. I've just seen movies about Chicago, and the cops are always like, "Yeah, we got to go down there and crack some fucking heads." Get these blacks out of here. Sorry.
Hey, so while in a lot of situations you could have a false call, people have heard of false bomb threats that are called in and there's no real actual crime. Yeah. Those aren't usually charged. I think there's a tremendous national interest now in how you resolve this.
Well, also in the piece we showed that there was supposedly a threatening letter that came to Jussire Smollet through the mail. And there's some question now as to whether or not that was true. If that winds up being a hoax, what kind of charges could he face?
I think the more that authorities can put together evidence that there was a long-term, sophisticated, premeditated attempt to fake something, and that's what they're investigating. They haven't announced that yet. The worse it looks for whoever's involved in that fakery, because it's not a one-off, it's not one false statement which anyone might make access.
He's fucked. They are going to, and they rightfully so, they are going to make a fucking example of him.
Oh, no, it's it. Yeah,
You need, and if they don't, let me tell you something. If they don't make an example out of him, there's going to be a big problem. But I would think that most of the police officers, you understand somebody, there is a shooting there's a shooting every hour in Chicago and a homicide every 3.
It's an extremely
There's
dangerous city.
a shooting in Chicago every hour and a homicide every 3 hours.
But guns are illegal in Chicago.
And you
explain that to me. No, there's no way your dad has got to be skewed. How do you get guns into Chicago? Could somebody email me and explain why because he's making up numbers or, and I hate to say this.
Okay.
But maybe extreme gun control doesn't work. Wait, are these illegal guns they're using?
Yeah, Mike, believe it or not, they file off the serial numbers.
Illegal firearms.
Yeah, correct. Illegal firearms. That's right.
I don't understand this concept.
Okay, see, the thing is, okay, Mike. Criminals, they tend not to pay attention to laws.
Agree to disagree.
No, literally, that's what makes you a criminal.
No.
Being
a Trump supporter makes you a criminal, bigot, and scene. And that's how we won the 2020 election.
That's what we did.
As normal people across the country heard conversations like that and went.
Sitting at an IHOP and you hear 2 people saying that in the back.
I have to vote for this orange guy, won't I?
Yeah,
I'm going to have to vote for that.
These guys.
Also, you're going to run a Jew against Trump, and that's
Yeah.
never going to happen. I'm sorry. We're never. Here's the thing. I explained this on Nightwave the other night. Jews like to control everything, but not right out in front of you like that. They don't like.
Correct.
One thing I'll give to the Jews: they hate the spotlight. They're always producers and directors.
Right.
You notice that? So don't worry. Trump's done more than enough to secure his 8 years. I'll tell you what. We're going to donate $50 billion to build an arcology in Jerusalem.
It looks like Jussire Smollet will be indicted. I mean, that's what it's looking like. And,
Maybe.
Huh?
I don't know.
It's what it looks like.
Yeah, but then they got to think about riots.
Why would people riot? The Chicago people seem to be calm. No? See, now I'm doing your character.
He's going to be called a political prisoner.
He is. No, you're right.
Like,
he
keep
is.
in mind, Black Lives Matter, and even before Black Lives Matter, far left activists will always back. Like, these people back literal cop murderers and call them political prisoners. You really think they're going to let us fucking perp walk Jussire Smollet? I hope they do. But hey, if you live in Chicago, get ready to file a lot of insurance claims.
Wait a second. Listen, I don't know if you remember this other very, very huge and publicized fake crime. Have you heard of Tawana Brawley? So see, Tawana Brawley, right? So they found she accused a bunch of men of raping her, putting feces on her, and saying racial slurs and doing all that. Turns out she was lying.
Imagine my shock.
And as we know, Al Sharpton was completely destroyed because he's the one that
built it up.
He called them racist. He said that there was modern day lynching, and now he's nowhere to be found. You don't see him anywhere. So that's what's going to happen with Smollet. Is he still around? Does he still do things?
Who, Sharpton?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like what? Like, what does he do? He doesn't have an MSNBC show or whatever.
An MSNBC show. He's still literally the go-to guy if anything black happens.
Oh, man. Smollett's going to get an MSNBC show.
They'll probably be holding up signs of him in Chicago during the riots.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
I'm telling you, blacks stick together. We're not, like, whites are not tribal. We're just not tribalistic.
Well, we're also not allowed to stick together.
You're not allowed to. Well, you're Hispanic. You are allowed.
Sorry, I mean,
you
white
are.
people
Your
are not
family is allowed to display all the pride you want.
Mm-hmm.
But we're not. Like, you know what I mean? And luckily, thank God, Latinos are kind of like whites in that they don't hate. They don't like other Latinos.
No, we don't.
Like you'll never.
We really don't.
You'll never see a Cuban go fight the cops and stand up for a Puerto Rican.
No. You'll see a Cuban help the cops beat up a Puerto Rican.
You'll see a Cuban help the cops snitch on another Cuban. He's breaking the law, man. What you gonna do? I have to pay car insurance. Why you don't have to pay car insurance? All right, we'll arrest him.
All right, sorry.
What's fair is fair.
It's my daughter's quinceañera.
Yeah, seriously. But
Okay?
yeah, blacks will fucking forget it, man. They'll watch. They will. They'll arrest him, and there will be riots in Chicago. That's that's another Mersh prediction, which are about as good as a baseball batter's average, but I predict some stuff.
No,
sometimes.
he does. He does.
I think they will, though. I think it'll be another springtime. It's nice out. They're gonna fucking. Everybody needs a new pair of Reeboks or fucking Nikes or whatever.
Reeboks.
I don't know. It's fucking. And then, yeah, trust me. These people.
What do you mean, these people?
These people.
Well, what do you mean, these people?
These fine folks.
Like who? But what do you mean, these people?
The denizens of Chicago.
What is okay? No, but like
citizens of the fine city of Chicago.
Okay, all right. So far, so good.
Specifically, the south side of Chicago.
The south side of Chicago. It's a specific demographic, but okay.
Are probably going. They're probably it's springtime. They're already looking for an excuse to throw a trash can through a fucking Foot Locker window anyway, and this is a good excuse.
Okay. I think you covered that pretty well.
Yeah, that's all. That's all I was saying.
If you would have said the blacks, that would have been terrible.
But that's why you don't live around them.
Yeah, you know.
Don't give me that shit too. I can't afford it. I live in the city and I can't afford it. Then leave the city. There's plenty of places with a lot of trees and open, clean air.
In your state. In your state.
Yeah, and
you don't have to leave your state.
You don't have to be there. So if you choose to own a store that sells beer and cigarettes in Chicago in 2019, you're probably gonna catch a rock to the face at some point in the next couple of months because Jussire Smollet lied about how bad white people are.
Yeah, but here's the thing with Jussire Smollet, though. He's gay, though. So you think black dudes are going to stand up for gay black guy?
Still black. Yeah.
Still black? You think
Michael
black
Jackson
outdoes?
Michael Jackson fucked little boys. And they backed him up.
Allegedly.
And bleached his whiteness. His
That he
blackness
did,
up,
though.
And they still backed him.
That's right.
They will not. There's still black people that are pro Cosby, dude.
Yeah, but
They
everybody went against. They all turned on R. Kelly, remember?
No, they haven't.
Oh, that's right. They still all are defending R. Kelly.
They're
to the
so
death.
tribalistic.
It's crazy.
And again, to their credit, but also to their detriment. I would like to see more tribalistic activity in the white community, but you have to stop shy of overlooking like people who are literal demon people just because they're the same color as you. And white people do this too, but it's only like alt-right people. But like alt-right people, they'll overlook anything. You could rape a chick. You could fucking, you know what I mean? Like your chick could get arrested with like a broken, or you could get arrested and your chick could get like photographed with a broken nose and shit. The alt-right will still be like, fucking whores. Fucking whores.
Right.
Like, but only sociopathic people are willing to overlook this kind of shit. But this is going to come down to they're still going to get what they want, which is white folks versus black folks.
Yeah, I guess you're
still
right.
got what they wanted. And by they, I mean the
Jews.
The city folk dividing us all.
All right. We haven't checked in. This is a short one. We haven't checked in a while on our good friend Carlos Navarro from Monsters in the Morning.
How is Carlo? God,
he's putting together good content. He's putting together good content.
Can I just...
It's nice to go back to Carlos, right?
Can we just breathe for a minute?
It feels good, right?
Sigh of relief
Yeah.
and just kind of bask in the glory of the fact that we're back in Carlos Navarro realm. Like
I'm
last
so
night, even
happy.
I was doing Cooking with Jack, and it just was like, forgot how fun it was to laugh.
It's nice.
Carlos, this fucking guy.
So,
Monsters in the Morning.
He made this video January 27th. It has 119 views.
And everyone should report him for using the NBA. You cannot use the NBA trademark.
Check this out.
Best three players of all time.
That's some great audio.
Michael Jordan.
Shaq.
Dr. J.
Great audio mixing.
It's really good.
He's
It's really good.
He's a radio guy.
Yes, he's on the biggest FM radio show in Central Florida, The Monsters in the Morning. Yes, Mike.
We're not like, I mean, we've had some pro gigs, but for the most part, we've remained self-taught and fairly independent.
Correct.
In our many years doing this.
Yes.
You ever heard of Normalize?
Yeah, that's like the first thing I learned how to do was normalize. The first thing I learned.
It's one of the first things you're taught. See, folks, for the few laymen at home, and some of you need to learn this, and I'm not naming names, Blues Doll, but what you guys need to do, I love Blues Doll, but I've told her before, you got to normalize. So you take the whole finished project at the end, and then you run this thing called Normalize. And what it does is it makes all the clips, like it pulls the low ones up, and it brings the high ones down, and they all meet in the middle.
Right.
So that you're listening to one piece.
Yeah, but what he lacks in technology, he makes up for in comedy.
Okay, that's fair.
Okay, so let's watch.
And Carlos Navarro.
Carlos.
Okay.
So he's having NBA players
So
lip sync.
he's the greatest
that he's the
basketball
greatest basketball player of all time.
But what? So what's the what? So the bit is because he's not.
That's the bit.
So why would LeBron and these guys say that?
You can tell he's been playing against some high-level competition.
Crafty, competitive.
It's a guy that knows how to play.
But see, he's just...
Game seems awfully slow for him. Like he can just, he just kind of manipulate the game as it's going along. He's got all the savvy moves of older guys.
This is mental
He's one of
illness,
the 5
right?
greatest ever.
What's the joke here, Carlos?
I know, it's funny too. Mr. Ballysong says, "Oh, sweet Vince DiCola." I literally just referenced Vince DiCola in the last break, and you happen to play this dumb shit that has the fucking Rocky IV music.
Yep.
That's so. But the bit is that he's not good at basketball. So man, wouldn't it be crazy if like LeBron said I was the greatest basketball player? And then what is this? See, here's the problem. That's mental illness. Carlos. Oh God, do we have more Carlos stuff?
Dude, yeah.
Oh, I want more Carlos right now.
Sure,
wanna
I got
break
you.
I want to break this guy down because I took Ritalin today. I want to break this guy down.
I got it.
Because I start getting on my little fits, or I want to examine people. Carlos is he's making content that operates under the assumption that he's already so famous.
Yes.
That it's already funny.
Yes, exactly.
Like he's doing a Jimmy Fallon tier bit.
Yes.
Would be the best way to describe this, right?
Correct.
Is that not exactly frame for frame some terrible shit Jimmy Fallon would have made?
I would say yes.
Except Jimmy would have probably just gotten them guys to say that and made a bit. And it wouldn't have been any more funny that it was Jimmy Fallon, except it would have gotten laughs because you're like, oh, it's Jimmy Fallon. He's familiar to me. But that's what Carlos does. Carlos does Jimmy Fallon-esque bits where it's like, man, wouldn't it be wacky if like I inserted myself into stuff? Not really, Carlos. You're a hacky one-market radio jock. You ain't no... Let me tell you something. I'm not a big Jimmy Fallon fan. That being said, I've seen Jimmy Fallon. I've worked with Jimmy Fallon, and you, sir, are no Jimmy Fallon.
Don't forget, Carlos did a voice in Red Dead Redemption. Here's another video.
It sounded a little something like this.
We played this one before, but I think it's worth revisiting.
No.
Hey, how you doing?
Get away from me. Ew, you're weird.
You're super hot, super sexy.
I would never date you. I only date hot-ass, big-ass cat man.
You want to dance, maybe? You want to bump and grind?
No way, ew.
You want to go take a ride? You got a brand new DeLorean.
You need way bigger muscles to date me, because I'm super hot and sexy.
Come on, ooh, eat.
I'm gonna call the police or punch you in your ugly throat. What do you want to do?
Okay, good. I'll try another one tonight. Let's go.
I am
amazed how good he is.
I'm at a loss for words.
You're not amazed how? Okay, I was wrong.
I am. I'm full of dread. Was that the point of that, Carlos? Were you trying to make something that would that would fill me with dread. How many views does this stuff have? Oh my God,
226.
These poor motherfuckers.
Well, okay, how about this?
These poor bastards.
How about this?
I used to love attacking these people, but now it's like I feel so badly for them.
Let's do something because we're looking at his B stuff. Why don't we look at his A stuff? Why don't we look at the Monsters in the Morning with
Monsters in the Morning? Really, where everybody. It's like this show where me and Royce just bring our A game. Middle of the day, we're swinging
They're
hard,
coming hard.
Yeah.
Monsters in the Morning. Their show from yesterday. Let's do their
I
show.
love making fun of these assholes.
So these guys are the biggest show here.
See, I feel bad now picking on Carlos and or Megan because they're just shitty YouTubers with 100
Right.
views. But although they made a YouTube channel for their kid, so that does make me hate them.
Really?
Yeah, I never brought it up because I don't want these psychos
Of
to
course.
find it. But their kid has one, which makes me hate them. That being said, these guys are a fair target.
Of course,
because these are legends.
These guys have been in Florida for 20 years doing this show. Okay, 20 years. They're a staple here. They sponsored that AAF game. They're always at. As a matter of fact, I almost went to it. Eric Fernandez sent me a thing. Carlos Navarro was hosting a synthwave thing, and I couldn't go because I had to do something else. But I was going to just go to show up.
That would have been
Be like,
fucking
hey, what's
great.
up, bro?
Yeah, but you can see they're as fucking Royce just said here. They are staples here in Orlando.
They
are just like those Wind Sox are stapled to the microphone.
Let's hear
fucking assholes.
Oh,
I was like, oh,
that was
hell.
the challenge.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
guys have a weird bedroom routine. Yeah, make me.
Get some Carlos. Get some Carlos.
It's a plane. Like if you plane a door, or
Yeah.
it's a plane, and there's a reason why you have to plane the whip.
I don't even know what that is, so I have no clue.
Oh man,
I think
you've
I
seen
do.
it
It's like
before.
kind of like it's like a sander kind of deal.
Kind of like a sander, but it's basically what it is. You use it so you don't get splinters.
Yeah.
And if you don't,
to smooth it out.
This is amazing radio, guys.
And by the way, to compare it to something, I mention this show very often. Cumtown. I love listening to Cumtown. And Nick Mullen is completely autistic creep who got into woodworking. He could talk about woodworking for 10 minutes, but it's still funny.
Right.
Like it's weird how you could swap somebody out and put somebody else in and go, all right, you talk about sanding wood now. And for some reason he can tell a story where he just comes off like an ass. This is just, yes, I got one of the what do you call it? Wood lathe. You ever see one of those, Royce? Wood lathe. It's one of those things that it spins the wood, and then you hold you can mount like some sort of blade type thing, and you can cut like table legs and grooves into the wood. You ever seen something like that?
I hate it. I hate the
You ever
voice.
seen something like that,
I
Royce?
hate the
You ever
voice.
seen something like that?
I've seen it. I've seen it, Russ. We've all seen it, Russ.
I want to go work for one day in terrestrial radio again.
Just to do that?
I want to do it just to snap immediately.
So I'm like, is she a bigot? Like, is this the worst bigot in the world?
He's got the Pete Davidson butthole eyes.
Oh yeah, he does. Absolutely.
Yeah, what is it with butthole eyes?
He does have.
It's a lot of people with butthole eyes.
They always mess that up.
They said racist.
They
yeah.
always mess that up. They
Put
say
some sunglasses
racism.
on,
They say,
fucking
and it's always
Steve Buscemi over here. This nigga looks like Nucky Thompson.
He really
Put some
does.
Fucking aviators on. People make fun of my eyes. Nigga, wear some sunglasses.
Holy fuck, those bags.
Holy shit.
that Hispanic. No, it's more bigotry or another term, but we are not a race.
Oh.
I am Caucasian. Angel is Caucasian.
Gotcha.
But he is of Hispanic descent. So, it's
I even put it in my.
Is it a tough one, Carlos?
Well, basically what I was saying is, Carlos, when we built the ethno-state,
I love this.
we're going to have probably, the whites over here or the blacks over here. We're going to use the Hispanics as sort of like a buffer zone, like a demilitarized zone between the blacks and the whites. What do you think of that, Carlos?
It's like I was saying, Russ, dude, bro, I was saying, why did they have wooden doors? You know what I mean? What was the point of the wooden doors, dude?
Well, sometimes you got to ask yourself why they built a roller coaster and a death cap. I know it's a lot of why you got a diving team and a swimming pool and a death cap. Anyway, we're going to take some calls.
Yeah, I want to tell you this weekend I'll be taking money on we're going to re-air the Holocaust soccer matches, and we'll be taking donations here on
right.
Monsters in the Ethno State.
That's right, guys. Russ, the Monsters in the Morning, reminding you to check out Greatest Story Never Told.
Remember to join us at Universal Studios this weekend. We're going to be handing out free passes. Of course, Foo Fighters going to be in town this weekend. And, of course, remember, Hitler did nothing wrong. We'll be back next week. Monsters in the morning.
Coming up next, we have the new one from Johnny Rebel.
Why were they talking?
Johnny Rebel.
But they were talking race, right?
Yes.
Like I didn't make that
No,
up.
they
in my
were. They
mind.
were. They really were.
Just tune in, and I just hear we're Caucasian.
We're
You know, I'm like,
Caucasian.
relax.
Well, relax,
Don't
dude.
worry, we're not building the Enzo State yet.
Carlos.
Anyway, coming up next, we're going to have our guest, Christopher Cantwell, joining us here. Monsters in the morning, we're going to talk about Jewish supremacy in the media. Coming up next, Monsters, Orlando's #1 morning station.
Oh, you think they're gonna like when I clip this and I make Monsters in the Ethno State? You think they're gonna enjoy it? Because they trust me, all these guys Google themselves.
Orlando was really great for a while till the blacks started moving in. Originally the blacks and Puerto Ricans stayed out there in Kissimmee, but they're really starting to seep into this place like a bunch of cockroaches. Anyway, we're going to be coming up next. I got weekend passes for Universal of our first 7 callers.
I'll be Carlos. Carlos is always doing one of these. So, listen, look, not in my neighborhood. I don't want them in my neighborhood, bro.
Carlos,
okay, dude?
Carlos is rubbing it on his gums.
Yeah.
Ah!
And coming up next, Carlos Motivational Corner, I'll be saying the 14 words.
Russ is just going on and on about, well, you do realize, too, that the English and the Americans, they bombed the food trains. So the camps couldn't get food. Anyway, coming up back, some Silverchair coming up playing here in just a little bit. Monsters in the morning.
We have Mike Enoch coming in today. Mike Enoch will be in the studio.
Never mind. Just found out he's Jewish. We're going to be canceling that.
Mike Enoch is no longer allowed in the studio.
Monsters in the morning. Alt-right radio. Pew pew.
Alt-right radio.
It's not. We're saying his name. Can you change his name to Russ Lincoln Rockwell? I like that.
Coming up in just a little bit, of course, we're going to be giving away passes to Disney World this weekend. Coming up, my interview with Dr. David Duke. He's going to be coming up here in the second hour.
And don't forget, this weekend we'll be going on It's a Small World and booing all the non-white countries. Boo! Make sure to boo when you go through Africa, folks.
Oh, shit. That was a good bit. That's like old school us. I like this kind of bits. Oh, it was good stuff.
Monsters in the Ethno State. Sorry. We'll be at Twin Peaks this weekend.
Twin Peaks.
That's right. We're going to have our chicken wing eating contest. Everyone come down. Of course, if you're not a Jew or a black, we don't want no homosexuals either. I like lesbian. I like lesbians.
Oh, fuck.
That would be another one.
Coming up next, Monsters of the Morning, we're going to be interviewing Jesse Lee Peterson coming up here in the second hour. I just think they're all beta males.
Summation. Talking over his dentures.
Close your eyes, you swear they're real people. Sorry. This is such a stupid day.
Sorry, guys. Monsters?
West Virginia racist lady in the restaurant.
Well, I think
because she's just yelling at this guy, and she's like, "Go back to your own country."
Right,
and
right.
She's just gross as shit.
And I agreed with her. I was like, I second that. Go back to your own goddamn third world shithole. That's what Russ told her.
Let's
I
take all
pushed
this
that
stuff-
African migrant on the ground and stole her purse.
Let's take all his stuff out of context now.
I told that bitch, go back to your own country. Get an Obama phone over there if you want. Call it a Vincente Fox phone. I don't care.
Puts on a MAGA hat.
Coming up next, we're going to be discussing the correlation between race and IQ. Jesse Lee Peterson. Coming up next, Monsters in the Morning.
You know, I'm happy they found out the Jussire Smollet thing was a hate crime, but I'm upset that they didn't beat up another N-word. Sorry, Monsters in the Morning.
She's not like at a Taco Bell either, like some version of like an American. That's not a Chipotle, a Taco Bell. This is like your standard Mexican Amigos style restaurant.
It's kind of edgy for FM radio in the morning, right? Like not even doing the bit. I mean, I know we're doing the bit, but even unironically, right nowadays when they go, he's up on the.
No, I've seen Russ correct people.
Yeah, you gotta watch it now, all right?
Be careful.
They're Hondurans.
It's not the 90s anymore.
They're Hondurans. They're Hondurans.
What do you expect for the? I mean, so he speaks Spanish. So what? But she's here in America. You need to speak American.
They're in West Virginia, man. There are like 11 Hispanic people in West Virginia.
That's actually, you know what? You're wrong. There's a lot of Hispanic people
Charleston,
in West Virginia.
West Virginia. That's very large.
You're completely wrong, Carlos. And by the way, wait, let me guess, because local morning radio shows can get away with this, like shitting and calling all their West Virginia's a bunch of hillbillies, because nobody's going to check it. And by the way, politically, obviously, these guys are all a bunch of liberals. They wanted what's-his-face for governor, like Carlos was talking about him, because listen to this.
Oh, the black guy that wanted to create an
Gilliam.
income tax. He wanted to take a state that has no income tax
And create one.
And
then Gilliam, Carlos was saying he wanted Gilliam because Gilliam was going to bring more TV shows to Florida because he's a big actor, of course. And it was just so cringe. So that's what they are politically. They're a bunch of fucking soy boy beta cucks.
But not in a Mexican restaurant.
No, and that's all it is. It's just a stupid old bigot that's never been around Hispanic people.
Oh,
and mad
see,
at life
everybody
and
outside of my big, beautiful blue city.
Hey, guess what?
Bigot.
I'm Hispanic,
Very bigot.
and you're a fucking spick with your goddamn gold necklace, and you're fucking still wearing your Cuban link necklace and your gold chains, pretending like you're some sort of Tony Montana motherfucker. Shut up. Shut up. You married the whitest woman in America.
at it and watching TV and listening to our president rail how we have a national emergency at the border, and this is what you get. You get people that are...
It's Trump's fault. Did you hear this, motherfucker? Did you hear this, First off, we were just going to make fun of you. But now, you fucking faggot. You're a faggot, Carlos.
National emergency at the border, and this is what you get. You get people that are so upset at their own life that they have to take it out on a Mexican waiter.
Now, there is someone that does get involved. If you look at the end, there is...
Shut the fuck up, Carlos. You're blaming Trump. You're a faggot, Carlos. You're a loser. You're not a has-been. You're a never was, okay? You feel good having to go to a fucking nightclub in your fucking almost 40s and stand there instead of being home with your wife and kids because the local radio station doesn't give you enough money, you fucking loser. Oh, do you feel happy having to take down the Monsters in the Morning sign behind you? Because Phillips File, the actual show that makes money for Real 1041, his fucking logo is put there permanently. That's why Monsters in the Morning was syndicated and quickly unsyndicated immediately because you're a bunch of fucking hack losers. But you're right. It's Trump's fault. You're fucking embarrassment, Carlos. You're a fucking embarrassment.
Is that a man or a woman that gets involved who's like telling her to hush up? But it's crazy that they're just sitting there filming it. What would you, Ryan Holmes? What would you do if you?
Ryan Holmes is the producer. They had a thing every year at Monsters in the Morning where they would have a comedy festival, and whoever would win the comedy festival will be their third mic for the year. They didn't have one this year, and they kept this Ryan guy. But it's also because I think this Ryan guy set them up on YouTube because they're a bunch of boomers.
Yeah, they're idiots.
All this going on.
And by the way, Ryan looks just like the sloth from Ice Age.
I still want to know who gets the money. I'm very curious about that.
What do you mean? Oh, the YouTube. That's what I'm thinking. I got to imagine Russ is a money guy. I guarantee you Russ is not going to let fucking this guy keep the money, you know?
And this woman's yelling at this guy.
I mean, you know what? No, that's not true. Short of like, hey, we can't pay you much, but I tell you what, kid, why don't you keep the YouTube super chats? That'll be your pay, you know? They probably have some sort of deal worked out like that.
And all this. Would you say something?
As soon as I see this happening,
guys, I want to make an announcement.
Yes.
We do have control now over cucksforbernie.com.
That's ours?
Well, it's not ours.
Well, it will be ours.
But it will. It's an ally. An ally
Okay.
obtained posted a flag over there for us, and they will forward it to what? Cucks for Bernie. FOR was taken already.
So you got the number 4?
Yeah.
That's fine. I like
for
that. That's even better. That's even better.
This is my favorite thing in the world. I pull out my phone immediately.
How do they all sound the same? How do all local FM people sound the same? That vocal fry is the fucking worst. You're a loser, Carlos. You're a fucking loser. And your producer's a loser. And Russ, by the way, and this isn't me doxing anybody. It was all over the news here. His wife, Samantha Boomer, that's her real name, divorced him and accused Russ of of choking her and hitting her, right? This is in the news. Now, it was settled out of court. I do know this reported by the local news here, Welsh 13, I think. Welsh 13, right? It says that he had to pay $8,000 a month to her in alimony. And I don't know if that had to do with her not pressing charges or anything. That is how much money Russ has to pay every month. I did read he got to keep his boat.
Can I speculate?
Sure, we could always speculate.
I'm just speculating here. But I think that wasn't the beginning of the end of the Russ dossier.
Oh, no, I don't think so.
I think that was just what spilled out into a public event that the cops got involved in.
Yeah.
I think that there were stories. I think there was $8,000 a month worth of
story. I think, and that probably an NDA was signed. I think you're right. After for the $8,000 a month, $8,000 a month, dude. That's a big settlement.
You don't get that. It's especially like the Russ make money, but he ain't making
No.
crazy money like that. That is, somebody's got $8,000 worth of stories.
Kevin K. Super Chat. Tim Pool's beanie smells like Owen's upper lip after opening for Schwartzen at the Improv.
Ooh, I don't want to spoil it.
Yeah.
But I'm working on, I know we want to let Owen go.
Okay.
But I'm working on something Owen related, and I can't tell anyone. I'll tell you off the air.
Okay.
But I'm working on something that's going to make you people shit your pants.
Okay.
If we pull it off.
And then Kevin Kev again with another super chat. Carlos' eyes are one key bump away from exiting his body.
Seriously.
That was very funny.
Weird looking guy, man.
Away. He is. All right, let's move on from these.
Don't tell me what to do.
Okay, no, you might as well stay on them then. What do you want to do? Do you want to get angry? Do you want to laugh?
I don't like being angry. Well, I never want to be angry.
Yeah, but the fans like when we're angry.
I guess
the fans like when we're upset. But I won't make us angry. Let's have a little fun.
I'm stoned and I've already had 2 beers today. Like there's no way I'm gonna get too screamy.
So this is remember the ISIS bride? Remember the ISIS bride?
Yeah, the one that was like, yeah, so what, you get fucking suicide bombed once in a while. Maybe stop being so white.
This is her little interview.
I'm really tired. Yeah.
Can you tell me a bit about the child?
It's a boy.
It's a boy.
Yeah. I named him after my old son because that's what my husband wanted. That's it.
May I ask his name?
It's Jarrah.
By the way, not bright people.
No, of course not. Not at all. So the story goes that she fled England, correct?
Ago.
Years ago. And she went to ISIS.
She traveled from England to Turkey. Then she traveled through Turkey into Syria. She married a Dutch-born ISIS fighter. They had kids.
Okay.
Both kids died in her travels through the Syrian war-torn deserts.
Okay.
And then she gave up eventually, got captured by Kurdish forces.
Mhm.
And then she basically was like, I'm English. I want to go home.
Mm-hmm.
Especially now that I have a child.
Yes. Okay. Will you be able to care for him here?
It's going to be a bit difficult because right now I don't have monies because people without money it's kind of hard to get around, you know, with the amount of things.
Go fund me.
So
she adapted quickly.
Yeah.
I have Cash App. Also send me Cash App.
Not very often is Pierce Morgan the voice of reason, but this is pretty good about the same thing we're talking about.
Outlets have simultaneously painted a sympathetic picture of these terrorist brides, now yearning for their homelands. So do they honestly want us to feel bad for these women?
Daydreaming about a deep dickin' from fucking Hotep Jesus.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I'm black just like you. No, you're not, Laura.
And one of the women you just heard from, Alabama native Hoda Muthana, called for the, quote, spilling of American blood. And it's not just happening here. The UK struggling with the same problem.
Which
Joining me now
Americans,
is Pierce.
Yeah. Yeah, which ones?
That's all I'm going to say.
Let's hear her out.
It's a question, not an implication.
Not a definitive statement.
It's not an implication. It's a question. Which ones?
Editor at large for the DailyMail.com, co-host of Good Morning Britain, Piers. Now, you said of one of these brides looking to come back to the UK that she should rot in hell. So tell us how you really feel. I see her glib response to the question about beheadings. And I can't even believe we're having to have this conversation.
It's extraordinary, isn't it, that we're even debating this? I mean, this is a woman who goes over there, marries an ISIS terrorist, supports an ISIS terrorist, breeds with an ISIS terrorist.
Fucking breeds? This wording, no, it's funny, but breeds?
She's not wrong.
And is, for all intents and purposes, herself an ISIS terrorist, isn't she? I mean, she's supporting the ISIS movement, the caliphate.
Isn't it weird being on the same side as Piers Morgan sometimes? Because he can be an insufferable prick with certain things.
Well, with most things.
Most things. But he's right on about this.
He's probably being an insufferable prick here. We just agree with him.
I think you're right. I think you're right. I think you're right.
It's like broken clock is right twice a day. Even Piers Morgan once in a while goes, "This is madness." And you're like, well, it is.
The desire to take over the world with their barbarism, and she witnesses beheadings and appears to think that's a good time. Well, I tell you what, I don't agree that that's a good time. Beheadings are despicable, medieval, barbaric, and everyone involved in that kind of behavior has to be made accountable. And as we've just discovered in Britain, thank God, tonight, the British Home Secretary, the equivalent of Homeland Security chief in Britain, has revoked her citizenship.
It's just been revoked.
That
Dude.
made me happy. I saw that yesterday and I laughed.
So did I. They took
Bye.
her citizenship away.
Bye.
Which, by the way...
They don't do that a lot.
No, but by the way, this is very out of character for current UK, though. You know what I mean?
UK, but even if it was based UK,
right,
back in the day, it would have taken they would have really had to go. All right, we're taking your citizenship. This is serious. They don't just do that unless you're again caught fucking Taliban guys.
In the case of the ISIS wife who came from Britain, she won't be allowed back in the country without a massive legal fight. And I hope America takes exactly the same view of the American.
Okay, Pierce. Let me rest your worries. As long as Trump's in office, don't worry about it.
Yeah, but he's gonna be railing against Trump in no time.
No, I understand.
He's a madman. He's a terrorist.
He's defended Trump a couple times, actually.
Maybe.
ISIS wife, who, by the way, didn't marry one ISIS terrorist. She married 3 of them.
Sounds like a sitcom. Her husbands keep dying because they're ISIS terrorists, so she has to keep remarrying them.
If you marry one more, you have enough to take over a plane, according to the 9/11 playbook.
They had a very similar thing on this one, like the whole Dick York and Dick Sargent.
Ah, yes, I remember
they had 2 different ones because they kept getting blown up.
I remember that, and then I remember that Dick York used a Ryder truck bomb to bomb the Trade Center.
That's not
93.
true. That's not true. It was Dick Sargent. You always confuse them. It was Dick Sargent.
Gets them confused.
It's the other guy.
One of those guys did 9/11.
We don't know. Or both. It could have been both.
I don't know.
3 ISIS terrorists. So
instead of bewitched, flies across screen and says beheaded.
That would be just a head
bop, bop, bop,
and a
bop.
head just rolls across the screen, and you're like,
Bop,
"What the fuck?"
By the way, younger people, Bewitched was a TV show. Forget it. You could look it up.
Okay, for those of you guys that are young, so the television was a thing that people would broadcast over the airwaves.
What? That sounds magical.
And then you would have this antenna on your television, and it would pick up airwaves.
I'm sorry, Laura, but to me, this is completely and utterly nuts
Yeah, I was
that there
talking
is
to
anyone in America or Britain who thinks they should come back.
Yeah, we come back and we spend all this money litigating their case, so some court-appointed attorney who the taxpayers have to pay for argues some cockamamie idea about how she was like Patty Hearst syndrome or something over there, because that's what they would argue. But U.S. should revoke their citizenship as well. They shouldn't be able to come back here.
I'm telling you, don't worry about it, okay? Don't worry about it. If anyone will revoke, if Trump will revoke it, don't worry about it. By OJ's White Bronco with a super chat. Rumors are going that Mersh's new frames are Salt Life brand. Mersh, comment?
No, they're Oakley, bro.
Or sometimes when you go inside, are you going to wear them backwards on your head?
No, I'm getting those orange mirrored lenses.
Oh, so like an outfielder?
Yeah.
Like a Daryl Strawberry
Look at
Oakley's.
transition lessons. Lenses. No, man, sunglasses all the time. No, I'm actually gonna get. What I'm actually gonna get is the Kadeem Hardison from A Different World glasses, the Dwayne Waynes.
Okay, guys, Different World was another TV show that went over.
And this black guy had glasses.
It's flipped up.
And he had the sunglass flips. And you can go. I'm gonna get those. I'm gonna be a real Chad.
Hold on, let me see if I can. I gotta see if I can find a picture.
Just type in Dwayne Wayne glasses.
You're right. Let's see.
Those were iconic. Those
oh, yep, here they are.
Yeah, those are the iconics. I rock them shits. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I rock them shits.
Yeah.
I rock them shits
all day.
Can you even
all
get those?
day.
I
guarantee you could get
I would
those.
unironically wear those.
I guarantee you could get those.
Because there have been a really there have been a bunch of, I don't want to say a bunch, but there have been some females that have been like, oh, Marsha looks sexy in glasses, and like, it's worth it to me to look stupid to dash their dreams.
Good, just do it. I
All of
agree.
them.
I'm with you. Ian says she should be raped by a Jew with only 2 witnesses. Oh, that's right. You need 3. Is that 3 witnesses for it to be real? You need like 3 or 5 witnesses.
I want to see it on video multiple times.
All right,
like fucking Munch.
Munch. Always
Let me
always
take this
volunteer.
child pornography home. I'll make sure I'll verify it's child pornography.
I got this, guys.
He comes back the next day really tired.
Fucking looks like Carlos Navarro eyes. All right,
Let
guys.
me know, guys. Should I get flips?
Get flips. Don't forget to subscribe to Nightwave Radio.
I want steampunk inspired glasses. Somebody find me a fine pair of steampunk inspired frames.
Steampunk inspired. He's gonna walk out here like Becky Lynch. All right, guys. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to subscribe to Nightwave Radio and then Daywave Live. I just hit 1,000, so I'm going to be waiting to be monetized. So thank you guys for that. And of course, tonight I'll be live with Hippo Juice. Subscribe to youtube.com/morelikeradio. I'll post that link in there now, so you guys have it. Anything else we need to plug?
No.
All right, that's it, guys. We will see you tomorrow. Thanks for listening. Revenge of the Sis.